fire burns with the love that is true. In a million years, no one could love like we do. Nobody can compare to us. No others come near. There are no other candidates together. The match of the year.
Hey guys, Strong Styles Studios back again. It's Alex.
And it's me, Noah. Strong Styles champion. Don't want to interrupt. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. And we're here with the ROH Supercard of Honor 9 from WrestleMania weekend. First WrestleMania weekend show we've been reviewing, besides WrestleMania.
Okay, yeah. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fuck it. It's not when you get to the dance, it's how much of an impact you make to the dance.
I'll take it.
All
I'll
right.
take that.
I'll buy that shit. Alright, we started thinking, well, first of all, let's say right now, not the best show, but a good one.
Yep.
Good.
A couple problems. The production values were dog shit.
Oh my god, with
the lighting was terrible. They had like one spotlight over here that was just blinding.
Yeah. And
the venue, it looked like shit.
it looked like a fucking hangar.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of the Michigan fairgrounds that they used to go
In Novi, right?
Like if you no, not Novi. It's actually in Detroit.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
But if you watch like New Horizons pay-per-view, it was like that, but they didn't curtain anything off, so it just looked like shit.
Yeah, and also it sounded like they had dubbed the commentary over after the show,
I believe
not during it.
And Cole, in parts, you couldn't even hear him. So
Yeah,
weird.
Cole, and why no Carino? Why no? You know, I like Cole, but like one or two matches with him on commentary would have been. Why not Nigel? Get some fucking someone, man. But anyway, so. We begin the show with Mark Briscoe taking on ACH. Pretty fun match. They had some nice little chemistry together. They did some cool spots. Got the crowd kind of going a little bit. You know, it didn't really feel like the big opener that they needed, though.
No, I mean, it was fine.
It was a lukewarm opener, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I actually kind of liked how the finish was done, like where they just went for roll-ups and the veteran stole one, But ACH losing to Mark Briscoe, very, very questionable. I mean, ACH is the guy that's gone toe-to-toe with AJ Styles, Michael Elgin, Jay Briscoe, all these...
Samoa Joe.
You're
gonna put him up against Nakamura.
Yeah.
What the fuck
and
is
he can't
doing?
beat Mark Briscoe. It's like, come on.
Like, I think I understand what they're doing. Like, he's coming so close with all these guys, but, like... He's got to win. He's got to win somehow.
And also, I don't unless this is, they're doing the thing where, ACH and Cedric both are getting frustrated that they can't win the big matches.
That's what I'm wondering.
So, okay, if this leads to them, forming a team or a stable, I'm okay with that. However, it can be you gotta make a point of pointing that out, because it just looks like they're just doing it if the two black guys are not winning the match and getting frustrated. It's like, develop it faster.
Right. Let's get some sort of connection there.
Get the ball rolling a little bit.
Right. Exactly. And again, to draw back to the Nakamura match, how the fuck am I supposed to believe that he even has a chance?
Yeah. I mean, this is the guy that you're putting in high-profile matches, but it's like no one's gonna believe he has a chance unless he actually steals a win from one of these big veterans.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
next, I give that 2.25.
I gave that 2.
Okay. Next up, we had Michael Elgin taking on Frankie Kazarian. Actually, a far better match than I expected. These guys worked up pretty nice, fast-paced. Didn't really have any stalling or slow points. I mean, I think they kept it pretty consistent and worked a nice little pace. A little sloppy here and there. Nothing horrible or whatever, botchamania worthy.
Right. Just typical Kazarian sloppiness.
However, the one thing I didn't like was okay, Michael Elgin was working over Frankie Kazarian's neck all match. He started that by putting a chair around his head and running him into the ring post. It's like, that should be fucking, career-threatening injury. He gets carried out by the medical professionals. Not the beginning of the fucking match you do that spot.
Yeah, it was a few minutes in, and it just didn't feel like it had... It just felt like it was to get heat. It didn't feel like it had that much consequence.
Right.
I guess he did target the neck after that, but... I didn't care for it.
Yeah, but fun little match. And again, they had a nice pace to it. I thought that was a bonus. I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking slow ass match. And like, nope, okay. And Mike Elgin, I liked Mike Elgin after the match. Like, he wanted to go for the handshake with the Kazarian, and then he attacked Daniels because Daniels won't let him. You know, and like, that was nice. I like that.
That was cool. One thing about Elgin is like, there's a couple things in his arsenal that I wish he would change up because he's a heel.
Yeah.
That jumping like flip leg drop.
Shouldn't do that as a heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give it 2 3/4.
I also give it 2 3/4.
Right. And then we had probably might be the match of the night actually. Tommaso Ciampa, Andrew Everett, Moose, Caprice, Coleman, Cedric Alexander, and Matt Sydal in a 6-man scramble match. This was just a holy shit fun spot fest, I thought.
This was a lot of fun,
yeah.
Especially given the guys in it like Moose. It's weird. You put him in these type of matches and you can't tell he's green as shit.
No, they hide his weakness pretty well, I think, in these matches, and he gets over. He gets his spots in and he does pretty good. Can't catch for shit though. I mean, he fucking
shit.
He dropped
like Miz.
Yeah, Jesus. He was a big defensive man. Clearly was a goddamn receiver in football.
Good God, dude. I wonder if he ever made any tackles.
Yeah. Everyone looked kind of cool. One thing, Caprice Coleman, for God's sake, stop doing the goddamn 1-inch punch bullshit.
Yeah, that's atrocious.
God, that's so stupid.
That's Chikara.
Yeah, that's really stupid. But yeah, I liked it. Andrew Everett and Matt Sydal having a back and forth was insane. Cedric Alexander continuing to show like his frustration and kind of like that aggressiveness was nice. Again, we actually had a great idea, which is like, why don't you like do like what WWE should have done with the New Day, which is put Caprice Coleman as the mouthpiece for Cedric Alexander and ACH and have them be these guys who demand respect or whatever and recognition, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that could be a hell of a thing. I don't think they're going to go that route, but it'd be a hell of a thing if they did.
I agree. I think that would be edgy and, it's topical.
Yeah.
So why not?
But anyway, that's the horse for a different day. And I want Ciampa to look pretty good and just like a guy who did not give a fuck, just throwing bows at
I love this little like bucket gimmick.
Yeah, and like just mocking the guys too. That was like you're doing like the moose thing. Like, yeah.
It's good to see Everett back though.
Yeah, Everett didn't miss a fucking beat, man. He might have a broken neck after Moose dropped him, but he's fine otherwise.
Good to see Sydal win.
Yeah, Sydal getting the win, which is kind of nice, and the very fun spot match. Everyone looked great. If my only complaint is, I wish they had a little bit more of a story going in a little bit for like the pace of the match, but it's a spot fest, so what can you do? I give it 3 3/4.
I give it 3.5. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Okay. Then we had Jimmy Jacobs' last match in Ring of Honor. Sad day for us, man. Fucking hardcore Jimmy Jacobs fans right here,
Love
man.
you, Jimmy.
Jimmy's great. No DQ match with BJ Whitmer. Just the fucking history of these two guys is in matches, and especially at Supercard of Honor.
Right.
You couldn't have planned this better if you tried.
Somehow it just fell into place.
Yeah, I loved it. These guys just started beating the shit out of each other right away. I love them playing up the old feud and the old matches. Like when Jimmy Jacobs went to the top rope, he took the fucking pad that he slipped off of when BJ put
that was fantastic.
Brilliant. And like I wonder if anyone else caught that, but it's like maybe people in attendance been like us, like, oh, he's doing teasing the powerbomb was like oh my god, there's no way.
I was scared. I thought they were gonna do it.
I thought like they're crazy enough to do it, man. That was really great. By the way, genius job by Jimmy Jacobs in this part where he tries to, and we got a technical error right there. Anyway, he tries to do a senton to BJ Whitmer on the table off the top. He does it, but the table doesn't break.
Which sucks.
Oh, and like he just so like, what the fuck? And so immediately Jimmy, without missing a beat, doesn't repeat the spot. He takes the table outside, puts BJ out, and does it from the top rope to the outside. It's like, fuck it, if I gotta do it again.
Make it crazier.
Exactly. It's like, God bless you, Jimmy Jacobs.
That did help.
Some really good stuff though, brutal stuff. I mean, my only complaint was the ending didn't look as great as I think they wanted it to. It just didn't look like that'd be the finisher kind of thing.
Right. It just wasn't that impactful.
And also, no railroad spike for Jimmy Jacobs' last match. What the fuck, man?
I was disappointed. Maybe I couldn't get it on the plane.
I guess
that's
not.
fine. That's my theory.
You can't find a railroad spike. Come on. But yeah, and the fucking aftermath with Lacey.
This match could have been shit, and that would have been like perfect send off.
Right in the feels, man.
Got me good.
Yeah.
And it wrapped up. It tied up that loose end. It's beautiful.
I know.
How many wrestling organizations would just be like, all right, go lay down and leave?
Yeah.
But they like the story.
Yeah, it's like
beautiful.
It's like, how about this? We're gonna have you walk off into the sunset with Lacey. Figure like that. Like, I mean, come on, man.
Sometimes things are worth doing just for historically.
Yeah.
You know, to look back on.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
And that's what I love about ROH is like, I think you mentioned like ROH loves to play up their history. Like they love to pay respect to their past. You know, and like I think they do that better than most companies do.
Right. I totally agree.
Yeah. 3 1/4 though. Very very fun match.
I gave this 3.5. I really enjoyed it, and I think the aftermath really bumped it up for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, this I've been following these guys since
Right.
almost that Supercard of Honor, and it's like, I don't know, it's surreal to watch.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
All right. Next up, we had Christopher Daniels taking on Roderick Strong. Daniels winning this match kind of injured because Elgin had blasted him with a chair after the Kazarian match. So Daniels did a nice job of selling that, but it's like
I wonder what is Roddy going to target in this match?
we forgot the joke of the night from the last match, the BJ
shit.
match,
Yeah, that's
where basically like the fucking first 2 minutes of the match, BJ takes they do the suplex to the outside spot. BJ lands right in his fucking neck. It's like greatest feud ever in wrestling: BJ Whitmer versus his neck. Just
they had to tie that into this match too. It was great.
Okay. Back to the match. We had to get that joke in, man.
It was good one. All right.
We were laughing our asses off at that joke. Sorry. Anyway, so good selling by Daniels with that. Roddy and Daniels really have some good chemistry, I thought. You know,
these guys look like they wrestle on a weekly basis.
Yeah. But it was just good. It was just good. It didn't really have that like crazy, holy shit, sequences and counters and this and that. It just was a good match.
Yeah, and so the attack from Elgin earlier with the chair on Daniels' back. As soon as you saw that, and you were like, oh, he's going to target the back, that's pretty much all the story we got. It was like there was a story, but it was Daniels' back is hurt.
Yeah.
So Roddy's going to target.
Yeah, and then Roddy did like fucking 20 moves to beat Daniels. It's just like we're like, it's like, he's having the strong ones, like, and Kevin on commentary like, oh, I wonder if this is going to be it. It's like, well, it better be it. He just fucking hit every Roddy hit every fucking move he has. It better be the finish. It's just like, 3 1/4 though.
Yes, I agree with that. 3 1/4.
Right. Then we had the ROH Tag Team titles on the line. The Kingdom taking on reDRagon. I thought there was something that we mentioned like that, like what was it? The announcer's like, what did the announcer do? Like that we were like, he needs to do like this, like ROH World. Oh no, it was okay. Well, first of all, reDRagon came up with Filthy Tom Lawler, was nice, but he announced them as like the champions. reDRagon's like, no, the reigning, defending Ring of Honor Tag Team. You know,
yeah.
If you're gonna fucking do an announcing the ring, announcing a title match, do it right, man.
Right. It was almost. I felt like the announcer that they got was either so nervous and like sweating his balls off that he just saw the finish line and couldn't wait to get there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and didn't like draw just like reDRagon. It's like no. Where the fuck's Bobby Cruz?
Right.
You can't fly Bobby Cruz out for Supercard.
You can't get Bobby Cruz deserves to be at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
Weekend.
Motherfucking Bobby Cruz for life.
We love you, Bobby.
Cruz Crew, right here.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. We said aside
The Cruz Crew.
Yeah. Trademark.
That was good.
Thank you. I literally just thought of that. I guarantee you someone else.
The man is a genius.
Bobby Cruz is awesome, man. Anyway, this is a very fun match, I thought. It was a very Southern style match where like the champions got the advantage and the no good dirty heels, were cheated to get the advantage or whatever, and we're just getting that heat on them, fun match. I
thought this was going to be the match of the night.
Yeah, I fucking love the Kingdom. I don't know, I cannot believe I'm saying that, but I like Michael Bennett and Matt Taven, two guys who have no interest in watching as singles wrestlers, as a tag team. They're great.
Yeah, they're perfect together.
They're very vocal in the ring, which is great. They acknowledge the audience and like get some fucking genuine heat.
It's good heat.
Yeah, it's not like boo, we don't really care to watch it. It's like boo, we want to see you get your ass kicked. And they're great at that, and I love that about them. One thing though, don't wear black trunks. Wear some fucking colors, man.
Right, I think that these guys especially should be the ones that are more flamboyant.
Yeah,
maybe.
They should be like fucking Austin Aries. Like, come up with like a fucking boa if you have to.
Yeah,
be flamboyant.
Sparkles or something.
This match really lost the crowd though when like Kyle went for his like corner drop kick, and just might have landed on his ankle wrong, whatever. It looked like he hurt himself.
That it was he worked. It was a work.
I don't think so. It looked like he might have legitimately hurt himself a little bit, and like they're just like, okay, just fucking quickly go to the finish, because it just looked like Bobby just kind of like, what do we do? You know, it was kind of like that, like shit. Like I think they're like right at the finish, and like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if it is good fucking selling by Kyle, but like,
if it is a work,
you lost the crowd.
Yeah, it killed the crowd.
Yeah,
so
the fucking crowd was like lost, and like, so and then they had the KRS guy come out and try KRD, whatever. Who fucking cares? They tried to interfere, and then but Bobby eventually get the win with like a weak Falcon Arrow finish. He did the deal, but no one reacted to it, you know.
Right.
So you really lost the crowd because of that injury, because they weren't sure if it was kayfabe or not. So it's like, if you're gonna do something like that, you know, make it obvious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, they just like the guy crowd just shit out right now.
And then they had the KRD come in, and like I understand the story that they're trying to do, where it was like they're coming to help the Kingdom. So
and it might be the Kingdom. It might be Adam Cole on the mask, but it's like the crowd really didn't really give a shit.
No.
Yeah.
And this was the best match of the night that you were ruining.
Yeah.
So.
I give it 3.5 though. It was still very fun, I thought.
I gave it 3. I gave it 3.
Okay. Next up we had ROH Television title on the line. Jay Lethal defending against Jushin Thunder Liger. My God, they didn't fight fucking Truth out for the match. Which, if you're gonna do that, make a point on commentary of saying Lethal deciding to face Liger alone, you know, doesn't need Truth at his corner. They didn't mention it on commentary.
I always hate when they don't say it, because immediately it just tells, like, if you don't bring up why he's not there, it tells the audience, we're too cheap to bring him in.
Yeah.
Like,
you got, and like, you know, make it like Lethal wants to face Liger on his own merit, doesn't want Truth in his corner, wants to face Liger, very respectful, you know, blah, blah.
Or Truth is setting up something for Lethal on the side.
Truth dealing with other matters, you know, for the House of Truth.
Setting up his next TV title.
Yeah. It's fucking wrestling, man. Sell me a story.
Right.
Anyway, God bless Lethal for this. The one fucking thing before the match begins. Liger goes in for the code of honor. Stick your hand out. And Lethal just goes. Brilliant.
Just mocks
fucking
a little bit.
Brilliant. Lethal is so fucking good at the subtleties of a heel. Where it's like, he doesn't need to be, oh, I have no respect for this guy. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll shake your hand, but it's like, come on, like, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care who you are, but yeah, Champ will shake your hand, you know. It's like, I love that, you know.
Right. He's like a guy who puts himself on a pedestal, like, I'm better than everybody else, so you should feel good when I reach out towards you.
Yeah.
And like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, but this was a fun match. I like that, like, Liger was just, like, one step ahead of Lethal, like, for every little move that Lethal had. Like, so just, like, Liger the fucking pro, like, oh, I've seen this shit before. I know this. I invented it, you know? And it was just, like, he was always one step ahead of him, but, like, Lethal was just able to outsmart him at the end to steal the win.
Mm. Yeah, and it's a heelish thing, too.
Yeah.
Plus, you believe it because Liger's such a veteran.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, just Lethal, the youth guy had the endurance to, like, outlast his offense, to outsmart him at that 1 second to get the win.
And one thing that I see in a lot of Lethal matches is he'll do the heel thing where he rolls out of the ring and kind of thinks things over. And usually it annoys the shit out of me when people do it, but Lethal's great at it, especially in this match, because it's like a throwback to that handshake. He thought, fuck, I'm not worried about this guy. And then he gets in there and tangles with him and is like, oh shit, I'm frustrated already.
The face doesn't have to come chasing him. Like, he'll get in by his own merit, and like it's like, okay, I'm gonna fucking wrestle this guy. I can, you know.
Okay, give me a second. All right, let me rethink this.
Yeah. And and then a great move at the end where he shakes Liger's hand again, but like he raises the belt to him, like kind of like hey, I want to shake your hand. Like I won, you know, I'm better than you. Fucking heel Lethal is so great.
He's
it's
my
like,
favorite. Why
the fuck did TNA never let him be this guy on television? It's beyond me. He'd have been, you know, they would be fucking talking about Ethan Carter III to be motherfucking Jay Lethal.
And this is what we've been wanting this part of Lethal for so long.
And it's so great. And like, I love him and Truth Martini. Truth's great with him. And alright, I get that 3.
A couple things I want to mention in this match. Because Liger.
Oh my god, yeah.
Crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, like fucking motherfucking Liger. Backstage is like, I'd like to do a brainbuster on floor to you.
Wait, you mean? I think you mean in the ring.
No, on the floor. Big near fall, or big kind of false finish.
what would your reaction to that be? Like, wait, brainbuster? You mean like a suplex, right?
No. I spike you. Just and then we get back in the ring. I do top rope Frankensteiner.
What the fuck?
Fucking Liger freaking out a brainbuster on the floor.
I can't even imagine calling spots with this guy. He's like the most gracious, simple guy. Oh, thank you. It's so nice to meet you. I want to give you brainbuster. What the fuck?
I want to do crazy shit this match.
Oh, amazing.
Fucking Liger can never retire. Like, he has to die in the ring. I mean, come on.
Liger is a god.
He is a god among men.
And ever since like meeting him, it's just like even when I think about it, I just do like this big grin. Like he's the greatest person I've ever met.
Liger is the greatest wrestler of all time.
He's like an old Japanese Drake.
Or is Drake an American Liger?
That's probably more.
There you go. Fucking mind blown right there. Oh my god. I will never get tired of seeing Jushin Thunder Liger wrestle. I mean, like, he can have the shittiest match. I'm just like, fucking Liger, man.
I know. And he gets the crowd into it.
Yeah, like, you get a fucking pop for a palm strike and like a fucking backflip for it. It's like, god damn it. Oh man. Liger's the shit, man. Then we had the main event.
Did we rate that?
I rated it 3 1/4.
Yeah, I gave it 3 1/4 also.
All
But
right.
still a lot of fun.
Still a lot of fun. Then we had the ROH World Title on the line. Jay Briscoe defending against Samoa Joe, the big rematch, and fell a little bit short.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame the guys in the ring.
No, it was not. Basically, it looked like Joe, like within the first few minutes of this match, like tweaked his knee or something.
Yeah,
like he was
up somehow.
because he was, and God bless Joe, he tried really fucking hard to make this match work with a bum knee, but
You could tell it was really bothering.
oh yeah, like when he went for like the old leg kicks, he just couldn't get that fucking momentum he's used to, and just it was a damn shame. It really hurt this match, but God bless him for trying though. Like they had a nice job of like just this back and forth, just like we're just gonna beat the fuck out of each other.
Mm-hmm. And they did a lot of good stuff to kind of like shortcuts to protect Joe and stuff. They did everything they could, but mostly I want to point out is I want to say thank you to the crowd for not giving up on this match, because if the crowd would have gave up on it, it would have ruined it completely. It would have been almost unwatchable.
Yeah.
But the crowd was like, you know what? It's Joe. It's Jay Briscoe. It's the fucking world title. Thank you guys for being here. They were appreciative, and it saved this match.
Yeah. There's some cool stuff, and I like the fact that it was like one Jay Driller, boom, that was it, you know.
I know. Why is it? Yeah.
Like
let's have a finish.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And like it was kind of like a big deal. Like, oh my god, he picked him for the Jay Driller, and like he fucking crushed him.
He did.
And he crushed his nuts too.
Oh my god.
Joe's head landed right on the little J's.
It's like take it, dude. And Joe is a big dude. That's
big. He's a big
just a
motherfucker.
fucking anvil.
Yeah, I like that they played it up to like just the size advantage Joe had. Even though with Joe with one leg, basically, he still had the fucking size to take Mark Briscoe to school. You know, so I liked it. Obviously, it could have been a lot better, but extenuating circumstances. The guy gets hurt, he gets hurt. You know, you can't change that about a match. You know, you can't fault the guys for a match when a guy gets hurt. You know,
sure,
shit happens.
So I mean, if you're looking for an ROH match with Joe since his return, I wouldn't go ahead and recommend this one. But there's other matches, but this was one of those matches like you can't get that upset about it, like you said, because they were hurt.
Yeah.
But on top of that, because Joe's already had other matches where he got his shit in, so
yeah. And at the same time, this was a match more of like cementing Jay Briscoe's legacy. It was like
and it was a historical.
Yeah,
you know?
Jay Briscoe, the one of the only 2-time champions in ROH, the guy who's been here since day one, finally beating the Samoan submission machine, the most dominant champion in ROH history. You know, to cement the idea that Jay Briscoe is like legitimate champion, I guess. Which I'm fine with. Okay, and I'm working with that. It's a damn thing the match didn't come off better though. I really it was a nice little moment at the end where Joe hugs him and hands him both his title belts, and kind of like gives him that that passing the torch symbolically of like, hey, you finally beat me. You're the guy now.
I thought from a booking standpoint, really, there's no complaints.
Yeah, they did. Again, it's just the only reason this match was not good was because one guy got hurt.
Right.
And you can't.
Oh, and Samoa Joe's entrance music is unbelievably terrible.
It's bad.
Just like it couldn't be farther away from what his other musics were. Like,
The
yeah.
champ, you know.
Fuck yeah, dude! If I was in the crowd, I would have just started doing that. Champ is here. But yeah, it was just like.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What'd you get the show overall though?
This was kind of in the. It was a middle of the road show. I'd give it probably 6, 7, 5, maybe a 7.
I'll go a 7. I'll give it that. You know, nothing was bad. It's just nothing got above average, and I really feel like ROH kind of mailed it in for this one. Like they didn't really try to deliver big for WrestleMania this year, which is a real shame.
I know.
You know, maybe Joe Briscoe was supposed to be the big match that it was, you know, but it didn't happen. So, you know, oh well. Better luck next year, I guess. Yeah, sorry.
It's one of those shows though. Like on paper, historically, it looks good, and so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend going out of your way.
No, the 13th anniversary would probably be better for the beginning. Or save your money for the New Japan ROH shows.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Take care.